Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Ramirez on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They go play action here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense.
All right, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Over. Detroit.
Back to throw. Ramirez. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Ramirez. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
No, Jack, Patriots, Detroit, Leopard, no, Jack, Patriots.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ramirez looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. Ramirez. He's going to sling this deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Ramirez to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now they try the right side here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Foster. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And now here's a carry heading left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up third and goal. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back 99 Philly, here we
handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Ramirez now looking to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Watch him now, Barney. Check. Over.
To throw is Ramirez. Off play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Here's Ramirez throwing on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Ramirez operating from the gun. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on second down, Ramirez throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw. Ramirez. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And now here's a carry heading left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot!
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll go on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
No. Check. Patriot! No. Check. Patriot!
Now Ramirez to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Detroit! Here we go now!
Now a handoff looking right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes. Here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. Ramirez. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ramirez now to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And how about the Bears? They're up right now to this point. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
No, check. Patriot. Watching now, Barney. Detroit.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And some space here. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Watching now, Barney. All right, now look, Detroit. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Leopard. Watching now, Barney.
To throw is Ramirez on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of usage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, now, lucky 56. No, check.
Now a handoff looking right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Ramirez. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A swing pass caught. Give him 30 yards there. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the D-line pinching together must be... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Ramirez. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. The Bears have just scored, so they add on to their lead. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here's Ramirez on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Los Angeles, the train just keeps rolling, 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.